Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the van. Today's video is a collaboration video with other YouTubers, and there'll be an ident showing you which YouTubers are involved in this collaboration appearing on the screen now up here. Now, I never get this right, so if it hasn't appeared here, then it's maybe appeared here. But it's somewhere around here, and you'll see from that ident that there's lots of YouTubers involved in this, and they all have great channels, so please do go and visit their channels as well and watch their videos on this YouTube collaboration video. Now, today's collaboration video is all about places that I'd like to visit in 2022. Now, it's kind of a wish list for me. I haven't got any plans. I've got nothing booked, no campsites booked or anything like that. So for me, this is just places that I've seen other people visit and I really want to go there myself. Now, I'm hopeless at planning things, so I really never have an itinerary, or I never think ahead. I'm hopeless at that, and I'm kind of do things spontaneously. This was a list that I've had to sit and think about and think, what are the places that I've seen that I really would like to go this year? I want to do a wild camp at Stonehenge. Now, you might think, well, why do you want to do that? There's nothing really to see there apart from a load of stones. But that's why I want to go. I went to Stonehenge years ago when I was much younger, and I went in my car just for a day visit. Probably 30 years ago, something like that. I've never seen it since then. I don't suppose it's changed much, but I can't remember much about it. And I want the experience of going to Stonehenge, parking up for a wild camp in my van with a view of Stonehenge and just enjoying the sunset and the sunrise the next morning. I know that people do wild camp there, and I've seen lots of different YouTubers who've parked up on this little sort of service road just behind or to the side of Stonehenge, just off the A303. I want to drive down to Salisbury and I want to park in that service road. It seems like a long way to go for an overnight stop because I'm in the northeast of England, and you'd think for one night, but there's lots of places I want to visit around that area of the country, so hopefully I'll get to do that this year. The places I want to visit are in no particular order. They're just places that I would like to go in 2022, and hopefully I'll get around to doing all of them, so it won't matter what order they're in. And you'll have to watch my future vlogs to see if I manage to achieve any of these things on my list. The second place that I would like to go in 2022, well, not the second place because there's no particular order, but another place I would like to go in 2022 is I'd like to do the North Coast 500. It's more popular in the summer, but it's becoming more popular in the winter, and I think that's because of the midges. Now, I don't want to be bombarded by midges, and I don't want my dogs pestered by midges either. So I know people do go in the summer and they can deal with the midges. I mean, they're just the flies, and people wear midgie nets and things like that, and you have fly screens in your van. But I would just prefer to go when you haven't got that hassle. So I want to maximise my enjoyment of the area and the beautiful scenery, and that's when I plan on going. So I need to do some research. So if you have any top tips for the North Coast 500, places to stay, either wild camps or campsites, then please do let me know. Drop a line in the comments or even get in touch with me direct, and I'd appreciate any comments on that and any advice on that. The third area on my list that I would really like to go to is the Forest of Dean in the Wye Valley. I've never been. I've seen other people's videos. They look beautiful. And I mean, that's where you get your ideas from, really, isn't it? You see other people's videos and you think, my God, that's a beautiful area. I'd love to go there. I'd love to visit there. That's my kind of thing. So I don't know what activities there are in the Wye Valley or anything like that. I just know it's a beautiful area to visit, and I'd love to go to the Forest of Dean with my dogs. I like going on dog walks and countryside dog walks. I know it's not everybody's taste, and I know not everybody likes dogs, but that's my thing. So for me, this is one thing I'd really like to do, is I'd like to go to the Wye Valley. And I think Wales in general is a beautiful area to visit. So down that area, going through like Ross-on-Wye, places like that, and then into Wales and doing some activities in Wales with the dogs and some countryside wild camping. Beautiful. So that's another thing I'd like to do in 2022. I want to travel in Europe, and I bought the camper van to do some European travel. But for me, a lot of people go to France and Spain and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I would really love to visit those areas. I'd love to visit France and drive around France, and I'd love to visit Spain and Portugal and places like that. I'd love to visit all those places. But I prefer the cold to the heat. And what I would really love to do in 2022 is visit the Scandinavian countries. I'd love to go to Norway, I'd love to go to Sweden, and I'd love to go to Finland. And while visiting those places, I'd love to see the Northern Lights. I've seen so many photographs, so many beautiful things, and I think it's one of those things that it's nice to see photographs on, but it's nice to have the experience of seeing it yourself and being stood under the Northern Lights, or the what do they call it? The Borealis or Aureolo, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Northern Lights. I would really like to go to Norway. Now, I don't want to be trapped there in the snow or anything like that, but I would like to go in the winter months because that maximises your potential of seeing the Northern Lights, because the days are shorter and the nights are longer, obviously. Now, from reading up on Google, the best time to visit Norway, Sweden, Finland, those Scandinavian countries, to maximise the potential of seeing the Northern Lights, is between November and March. However, it is the coldest months. They do have the most snow then, so I'll have to look into what kind of preparation I need for the van. Like, do I need winter tyres? Do I need snow chains? That kind of thing. I don't know whether... I honestly don't know. All I know is I would love to go in the winter. I love the snow, and I would love to see the Northern Lights. I mean, I would also love to visit Norway, Sweden and Finland in the summer. I think in the summer months would be beautiful, where, you know, I think they cater a lot more for wild camping from what I've seen. I've never been. Like I say, I'm travelling from scratch here. So just from what I've seen, but this is the reason why I got a camper van, to travel to places like that, not just to pot around the doors, you know. I want to go to Europe, and I want to go to the Scandinavian countries and things like that, and I want to enjoy having the van, and I want to enjoy travelling. And the reason why I did this rather than just get a hotel in Sweden is because I want to travel with my dogs. I love my dogs, they're my family, and I like to travel with them, and I want to take them with me. Now, I can't take all four because that would be ridiculous. There just wouldn't be enough room in here. So I've tried to take 2 at a time. So that's my plan. I want to go to the Scandinavian countries. I want to try and see the Northern Lights. And I know it's hit and miss, and it's a bit pot luck seeing the Northern Lights. Sometimes people turn up and they're just there. And other times people go there on holiday and they go on cruises and things like that, and the lights never show themselves. Okay, so I know it's pot luck, but it's not the only reason I want to go. I want to go because it's such a beautiful part of the world, and I want to see that. I want to see the people, and I want to experience the culture there. So that's my wish list of 2022, and the top of the wish list really would be going to Norway and Sweden and those Scandinavian countries. Just to summarise everything for you, I want to go to see the Northern Lights in probably Norway, but I do want to visit the other Scandinavian countries. I want to see the North Coast 500, so any top tips for that? And by the way, if anybody's been to any of these places and have any top tips, then please do let me know, because it'll make life easier for me, certainly. The Wye Valley I would like to go to, and I would like to go to Stonehenge. Now, just to round off this video, what I would like to do this year as well is visit one of the camper van shows. Maybe not one, maybe more than one camper van show. And Rick from Pearl the CV20 has mentioned the open air shows. I think he said they were called the Malvern shows. I've got a terrible memory, Rick, so if that's wrong, and your name's not Rick, then please let me know. No, I'm only joking. I know your name's Rick, but if the Malvern show I meant. And I'm sure he said Peterborough is one of them. So I don't know much about that, but I'm going to speak to him further, because I'd love to go to there, because like I say, if it's an outdoor show, I can probably walk my dog around with me. And I love going to the places like that where there's little market stalls and little bits and pieces you can buy for your camper van. I love all that. I love having something to do while you're there. You know, so that would be something for me, I think. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed the collaboration. Please do check out everybody else's videos. I'm sure they'll be great, and I'll certainly be checking them out. And hopefully some of the people watching this will leave some comments and some good suggestions where I can wild camp, or good suggestions of what there is to see in the Wye Valley, or if you've been to Norway, give me some top tips there, people. I'm hoping that everybody's got some good advice for me. to all those people who've inspired me to travel, hopefully I'll bump into you and we'll have a meet up and I'll see you on the road and we'll have a beer. Okay, obviously not while we're driving, but I look forward to seeing you all this year. I look forward to seeing the other YouTubers this year and maybe meeting up with other people in the collaboration. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video, which I'm sure will follow this one very soon. Okay, see you now. Bye.